This Jeffrey Epstein thing is not a partisan issue. And anyone making it a partisan issue, something or another. Now, in the context of Alex Jones, I suppose who they were talking about, I suppose I would agree with them in terms of what Alex Jones is doing. However, in this moment in time, it is in fact demonstrably a partisan issue. And I'm glad we're using the word partisan again, instead of calling everything political, when the word political applies to everything government does. So we literally elect people to be political, to do political work, to do politics. That's why we call them politicians, right? The problem that we have is not that they're being political and everything's political. It's that everything is partisan. That's the team sports, us versus them, trying to get points. Partisanship is the problem, not politics. Politics is their job, literally. However, in this moment in time, the issue is partisan, right? Let me make a delineation here, past tense or the historical context versus this moment in time. Historically, it was a different story, right? This was a bipartisan thing. We had Republican and Democratic administrations who failed to really get to the bottom of this, right? Most we got is the Epstein sweetheart deal. And we know who did that, right? And then who hired that same guy who did that, right? Making it partisan, right? Okay. But Biden was president, Obama was president, and we didn't see much get done, right? The most we got is one guy, then we got the woman. Well, I don't know which order they came in, but it was just like Epstein and his partner, and that's it, right? So that, the historical situation, I would agree, it's bipartisan, right? If you want to nitpick and say who did more and who did less, I don't have time for that, man. But the general sentiment is bipartisan. In this moment, 100% partisan, Young Turks. 100% partisan, Young Turks, by the fact that we essentially have a pedo protection party, and then we have an opportunist party, right? Now, both those things are not good, right? We would want the Democrats to actually care about justice and not be focused on this for partisan reasons. But if you had to choose between them being opportunists and knowing that this is good for them politically to get the files out, right? If you had to choose between that and a party that's protecting pedophiles, I mean, is there any question which is the better side on this topic, on this issue? Would anybody really side with the party that's protecting pedos? Right? Would you side with the party that's protecting pedos because you're more bothered that the Democrats are using this for partisan reasons? Who gives a fuck? We want these people locked up, whether it's Clinton, Trump, whether it is, what's his name? That, I don't know, that Democratic hero guy, whatever his name is. I forget his name, whatever it is. There's Bill Gates in there, whoever's in there. We don't give a fuck. Right? If AOC is in there, she's too young. But if AOC is in there, lock her fucking up. Lock them all up. Lock them all up. We don't give a fuck. Lock them up. Right? The thing is, if you have one party that is orchestrating a cover-up, the Republican Party is a party in power. The Republican Party is the ones who have the power to release all the documents and choose not to. The Republican Party is the party that's been fighting tooth and nail to block the release of these files. Every time the Democrats, for their partisan reasons, who cares why, but every time Democrats, for their partisan reasons, try to, do some bill or something to get files out, the Republicans jump in and we don't need to surrender, right? They played so many games until they get to the point where, okay, they signed the bill, now we're getting out documents, but then they still, okay, we release documents, okay, we're going to block names. We somehow forget to redact the names of victims, but we make sure to redact the names of all of these creeps, right? The Republican Party is protecting pedos, right? The people in the Republican Party who go against that, who push to expose the pedos, they get ostracized. What does that mean? If you're in a party and you simply pushing for the pedos to be put to justice, if that gets you ostracized by the party and attacked by the party leader, then the party demonstrably is a party of protecting pedos. The guardians of pedos. That is what the Republican Party has become, right? The Democrats are not trying to block the files. They're not doing all kinds of shenanigans, whatever, because they realize that it helps them politically for them to push for the files to be released. I think many of them know that Republicans will do anything to block the files, so they feel a little bit emboldened because it's kind of like a game of chicken. But regardless, when one party is the one that's pushing more files, release them unredacted, let's see everything, put all the files out. Bill Clinton, lock him up. Everybody, whoever did anything, lock them up. Let's release the files. Release the files. That's one party. The other party's, the Dow Jones is up to 5 million. The economy is great. This is just a distraction. The Democrats are, they want to talk about everything else, right? Oh, but the Clinton and the Democrats. Oh, but this, but that. Oh, we got to corrupt this name and corrupt that name and corrupt that. And we released 3 million, but the other 3 million, we're not going to release because it is no more files. This is not okay. We're talking something else. That's what one party is doing. This is a partisan issue, 110%. One party is involved in a major cover-up trying to block the release of the files. The other party, for partisan reasons, again, it doesn't matter, right? What matters is one's covering up, the other one's pushing for the release. This is demonstrably a partisan issue, young Turks, right? It's not like we have both parties that they're both trying to release the file. Again, you got to separate the context of what Epstein was doing was not a partisan thing, right? And maybe the young Turks lacks the language to articulate this in this level of detail. What Epstein was doing was bipartisan. This was the elites against the regular people. This is the billionaire class, the Epstein class. What happened was not a partisan thing. What's happening now is 100% partisan. It is 100% partisan, right? You have not only an entire party blocking this, you have almost an entire media ecosystem blocking it. Every time we have something that comes out that against Noam Chomsky, the name I forgot, something exposing Noam Chomsky, I turn to left-wing channels. Oh, Noam Chomsky, wow, Noam Chomsky, this guy, I trusted him, right? Clinton comes out, fuck Clinton, release it, whatever, right? When bad stuff comes, obviously when Trump stuff comes out, oh, Trump did whatever, oh, he should be locked up, how is he president? That's what happens in the left-wing media right now. When bad stuff comes out in right-wing media, oh, I'm not even gonna make a video about this at all, right? Unless there's something in there that specifically about a Democrat. Oh, Clinton, something. Oh, look at this picture of Clinton in the bathtub. Something that makes Trump look bad. No videos. Or they making videos talking about, oh, the victims suck. The victims, they were bad people, and how can we trust them, and this and that. Or you got actual justice warrior talking about, hey, man, if there's some actual criminal things in the files, then talk about it. Try to, at bad faith, saying that all we're talking about is how many times Trump's name is in there. Ooh, Trump's name is there 1 million times. Like, that is a major argument. Ignoring all of the worst evidence against his side, right? To try and smear everyone who is pushing for this, whether you're a centrist, conservative, whoever it is, to smear all of them as, oh, you're just being Trump derangement syndrome. It's all about Trump, 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 Trump. No, Chomsky. I even called out fucking Sam Cedar. Not Sam Cedar, oh, fucking Sam Harris. Sam Harris is in the files and he does a video, and I'm like, what the fuck? He is involved in the cover-up as well? Right? This is 100% a partisan issue. We have almost an entire media system involved in the cover-up. We have an entire party involved in the cover-up. We have another party pushing for transparency for partisan reasons, but still pushing for transparency. That makes it demonstrably partisan, the Young Turks. Anyway, on that note, I gotta run. They changed this app. So now, I don't even know. Where the hell is the goddamn chat? Good job, YouTube. There's no chat icon anywhere. Somebody said something. I don't know what they said because I can't see anything. All the drop-down menus, slide up, slide down. I don't know. Sorry, guys. This is Baby Charles. Leave in the comment section.